Hey guys, I'm Bill Losey, America's retirement strategist, and if you give me just a couple minutes of your life, I'll give you 20 years of mine. Coming to you once again from my beautiful backyard in upstate New York, and today I'm going to talk about 2 investor mistakes. I'll get to that in just a second, but first a moment to tell you who I am and why the heck you should listen to me. In case you don't know me, I'm the former resident retirement expert on CNBC's On the Money. I'm the author of a book called Retire in a Weekend, The Baby Boomer's Guide to Making Work Optional. I'm also a highly sought-after speaker as well as guest expert on personal finance radio and TV programs nationwide. But finally and most importantly, I've been counseling people just like yourself for about the last 20 years. Now today I wanted to focus in on 2 investor mistakes. And the first mistake I want to talk about are individuals who actually have more than 10% of their wealth wrapped up in just one company. Here in upstate New York, I see a lot of people who walk in who own GE, for example, because that's one of the big employers. They might have 30, 40% or more of their wealth in their 401k wrapped up in GE stock. I think that's just way too much risk. When I used to live downstate, the big employer was IBM. I saw the same thing down there. In your city or state, it might be a different employer altogether. But the fact of the matter is, from a pure financial planning standpoint and a risk standpoint, you do not want to have more than 10% of your wealth wrapped up in any one holding. And I think all you have to do here is remember the words Enron and WorldCom and think back to years ago when people who had all of their wealth or most of their wealth wrapped up in those companies lost it all virtually overnight. You don't want to end up in that same situation. Now, another risk I see are people who think they're truly diversified. They have diversified portfolios just because they own lots of stuff, lots of different stocks, lots of different bonds, lots of different mutual funds. But just because you own a lot of stuff doesn't mean you're diversified. And a great example of this is about 15 years ago, I had somebody who came in to see me reluctantly because he thought he was already diversified. And when I looked at his holdings, he actually owned 10 different mutual funds, but they were all the same type of mutual fund, 10 large cap growth funds. So in essence, he had the same stock holdings just across 10 different mutual funds. So here you need to be truly diversified, and by that I mean maybe 10 to 15 different funds, various asset classes, so growth, value, small cap, mid cap, large cap, U.S. international, and also different types of bonds, muni bonds, government bonds, high yield bonds, corporate bonds, foreign bonds. You get my point. So again, 2 big mistakes: having more than 10% of your wealth wrapped up in just one company and not being truly diversified. I hope you found this information helpful, and if you did, I'd love to invite you back to my website. There I have a free 30-page report entitled The 10 Biggest Mistakes That People Make When Retiring and How You Can Avoid Them. It's yours free. All you have to do is come back to BillLosey.com. While you're there, we'll give you lots of tips about the best way to invest, and we'll also give you lots of different strategies to ensure that you will not outlive your money and put you in the best position to not outlive your money, which is the number one fear of baby boomers today. Again, all you have to do is come back to BillLosey.com. That's BillLosey.com. I am Bill Losey. I appreciate you. I thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you back at the website. Take care.